second game of the doubleheader versus Chemeketa about to commence. Lydia Parker here on the call. LBCC won the first game 10-3 and improved to 15-5 overall. Chemeketa dropped to 8-9. Dante Glover Jr. on the mound for Linn Benton. In this second game, Dante comes in with a record of 4-1. He has an ERA of 1.94 through 37 innings of work and 8 appearances. Leading off for Chemeketa,
first batter for the Storm,
the shortstop, Rocco Ferrari.
Number 5, Rocco Ferrari.
Rocco, an impressive athlete, leading his team in a lot of categories. He's third in batting average at .324. He leads off here, swinging at the first pitch and lifting it into the alley in left field. It'll be a tough play and a great catch by the center fielder, Cole Carter, diving and making the catch. And hopefully Blake, with the hiccups, got that on camera.
Next up, catcher number 23, Jason.
One down on the beautiful play by Cole Carter. Now the second baseman, the catcher, Jace Duty, coming to the plate with 1 out, top of the first inning. In this second game of the doubleheader, again we play 7 innings in the second game. Thank you all for tuning in to LBCC Baseball. Just a few games left. We'll update you on the schedule when we get the chance. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Jace Duty, the catcher, with Colin Runge, the second baseman, on deck. That one in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jace Duty, the batter, Colin Runge on deck. Thomas Ahlstrom hitting cleanup. Connor Gilham hitting 5th. Hitting 6th is Colton Lovelace. That one just misses. 2-2 the count. Hitting 7th, Brody Whitman. Batting 8th is Junior Perez, and rounding off the order and hitting 9th is Austin Klein, the center fielder. Three and two now. Dante Glover, the full count. Dante is the starting pitcher. Sophomore from Coronado High School in Las Vegas. Issues a 1-out walk to Jace Duty.
Second baseman, number 11.
Second baseman, Colin Runge, will step in now. Colin, another just incredible baseball player on this team, and a guy that I've had the pleasure to call a couple games in the West Coast League as a Bend Elk. Runge, out of Redmond, Oregon, Ridgeview High School, comes to the plate hitting .445 on the season. He has 12 doubles, 22 RBIs. First throw is instead a throw back to first. Jace Duty gets back in time. The first pitch to Runge misses, 1-0 the count. Tommy Ahlstrom, the right fielder, on deck. The 1-0 in there for a strike. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out and 1 on. In Jace Duty here in the top of the first inning. LBCC hosting Chemeketa. This is the second game of the doubleheader. LB won the first game 10-4. Another throwback, and Jace Duty gets back in time. Duty with 12 stolen bases this season. Good runner, being held on by Colton Costner at first. As the 1-1 misses, 2 balls and 1 strike. That one misses, 3-1 the count, and Spencer Desbeans and Colton Costner will meet with Dante Glover on the mound and hope to encourage hope to encourage the starting pitcher, Dante Glover. Three balls, one strike, one out. Jack Bauer is actually behind the plate for Linn Benton. Bauer back from his suspension after a little bit of a tussle, is what we'll call it, in the last weekend. A 4-game suspension has been served, and Bauer is behind the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. The runner at first gets a leadoff. Pitch misses up high. Back-to-back walks issued. Oh, called a strike. Called a strike. My apologies. And that's what I get for assuming things. It got the corner, up high and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, with 1 out. Big swing and a miss and a big strikeout for Dante Glover for out number 2.
Right fielder, number 22.
Dante Glover does a good job coming back there. With 2 outs now, Tommy Ahlstrom coming to the plate. Ahlstrom, the right fielder. With 2 outs, Ahlstrom steps in, hitting .262, 13 doubles, 31 RBIs on the season. Jace Duty again, the runner at first, gets a leadoff, being held on by Colton Costner. Another throwback around the infield. David Peters at third base, Logan Meadows at short, Tate Cowden at second, and Colton Costner playing first. The count on Tommy Ahlstrom. Josh Congdon playing left in the second game. It was Derek Darzinski in left in the first game. That one in there for a strike. 2-1 the count now on Ahlstrom. Cole Carter in center field, and Caleb Smith in right. Again, Dante Glover, your starting pitcher for the Roadrunners in this second game of the doubleheader. That one called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tommy Ahlstrom, the batter. Jace Duty, the runner on first. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. The count remains 2-2. Dante peers in to Jack Bauer, giving the signs. The 2-2 pitch lifted in the air with 2 outs. Moving over is Cole Carter in center to make the catch for out number 3. Nothing across for Chemeketa in the top of the first inning with LBCC coming up. Thanks for tuning in to LBCC Baseball. Colton Costner leads off the bottom of the first inning. No score. And Cordell Vaspender, the starting pitcher, out of Skyview High School in Vancouver, Washington. A big swing and a miss for Costner for the first pitch of this bottom of the first. Vaspender, in 57 innings of work and 11 appearances, has a record of 7-2 and ERA of 2.36. The best numbers on any pitcher that we've seen thus far today. This is the second game of the doubleheader. Again, LB won the first game 10-4. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way to Costner. This one misses outside. 1-2 now with Jack Bauer on deck. Again, Bauer in his first game back since his suspension. 1-2 is fouled back as Costner battles at the plate. Starting lineup, Colton Costner hitting first, Jack Bauer batting second, Damon Peters hitting third, Caleb Smith in cleanup, Tate Cowden hitting fifth, Josh Congdon hitting sixth as the drop third strike is thrown down for out number 1. Hitting seventh is Cole Carter, hitting eighth, Logan Meadows, and Alex O'Rourke, the designated hitter, rounding off the lineup for Coach Gibson and the LBCC Roadrunners. 1 out, Jack Bauer, the catcher, at the plate. First pitch in there for a strike from Vaspender. We'll get you the defensive positions for Mount Hood as we go along. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Jack Bauer, the batter. The 1-1 is lifted in the air, a soft blooper foul. Making the catch is the first baseman, Connor Gillum.
Third baseman, number 25, Damon Peters.
With 2 outs, Damon Peters will come to the plate. Peters, the third baseman, also played third in the first game. Batting .336 on the season, Peters has 7 doubles, 21 RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike. Vaspender, thus far, been punching him in the zone and looking to be off to a good start with 2 quick outs, an 0-1 count on Peters, and an 0-2 count on the foul ball. Connor Gillum at first base, Colin Runge at second, Rocco Ferrari at shortstop, Junior Perez playing third, in left field, Brody Whitman, in center, Austin Klein, and in right field, Tommy Alstrom. That one misses, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is lifted in the air into center field. Moving back is Klein, and over he makes the catch for out number 3. Nothing across for either team in the first.
No runs, no hits.
And we go scoreless to the top of the second. Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball as they take on Chemeketa here at home. top of the second inning, leading things off for Chemeketa is Connor Gillum, the first baseman. He takes the first pitch for a strike from Dante Glover. Gillum is a sophomore from McKay High School in Salem, Oregon. The 0-1 pitch is lifted in the air in foul territory and out of play. Gillum is hitting .228 on the season. He's got 8 doubles, 1 home run, and 25 RBIs. Second on his team in the RBI category to Tommy Ahlstrom. And here, caught swinging for out number 1.
Number 4, Colton Lovelace.
Colton Lovelace now will step into the box. Lovelace is a freshman from Mountain View High School in Bend, Oregon. He's hitting .233 and swings at the first pitch here and chases 0-1 the count. .233. He's got 3 doubles and 8 RBIs. Only playing in 15 games thus far. There have been 37 games total. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the second inning, no score. LBCC taking on Chemeketa here at home. This is the second game of the doubleheader. LB won the first game 10-4. Thank you again for tuning in to LB Baseball. Just a couple games left in the regular season. LB has, however, clinched the postseason. They're 6th in the NWAC overall, according to a recent coaches poll, and have the best record in the South by far. 2 games up on Lane. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one down low, and the count runs full with 1 out. Colton Lovelace, the designated hitter, at the plate with Brody Whitman on deck. Swing and a miss. And back-to-back strikeouts for Dante Glover. 2 outs. Brody Whitman coming to the plate. The first pitch on the way to Whitman, the freshman out of West Salem High School, called a strike by the home plate umpire. Whitman is batting .195 this season. He's got 3 doubles, 6 RBIs through 26 games of play. The 0-1, a strike. 0-2 now with 2 outs. Brody Whitman. Junior Perez on deck. Dante Glover struck out the side. 3 up, 3 down, 2 swinging strikeouts, 1 looking, and Glover with 4 strikeouts already through 2 innings of work. We head to the bottom of the second, LB and Chemeketa in a scoreless tie. The 4-hole hitter, Caleb Smith, coming to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning, scoreless so far. Dante Glover and Cordell Vassbender looking like they both have their best stuff today. Cordell, again, the starting pitcher for Chemeketa, a record of 7-2, an ERA of 2.36. And Dante Glover, starting pitcher for LBCC, record of 4-1 with an ERA of 1.9. both of them looking good thus far. Smith swings the first pitch he sees, fouling it back, and the 0-1 is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Smith leading off here in the bottom of the second. The 1-1 slips down low. 2-1 the count now on Caleb Smith, the sophomore from Crescent Valley High School out of Corvallis, Oregon, just down the road here. Smith is second on his team in batting average, hitting .340. He has 7 doubles, 25 RBIs this season. He takes the 2-1 low and in again. 3-1 now on Caleb Smith with Tate Cowden on deck. The 3-1 from Bassbender is down and in again. Smith takes first base on the first free pass issued by Cordell Bassbender. It was 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. And now Cowden comes to the plate with Caleb Smith, the runner at first base, and nobody out, bottom of the second inning. Smith picked up his 7th stolen base of the season in the last game. Now Cowden steps in, also picking up his 7th stolen base of the season in the last game. Hitting .269 on the season, he's got 9 doubles, 2 home runs, and 26 RBIs. Takes the first pitch, a strike, and steps out, reads the signs from Coach Gibson. After showing bunt, he'll step back in and we'll see what he does here. Caleb Smith getting a lead off of first, being held on by Connor Gillum. The 0-1 swung on and grounded foul. Coach Ryan Gibson down the line to dance out of the way of it. 0-2 the count now on Tate Cowden with Josh Congdon on deck. Congdon playing left field today. And Blake Vandal, our camera guy, thought that I was wrong when I first said that. A new position for Congdon as Cowden swings and flies the 0-2 up foul to the third baseman, or pardon me, the first baseman. With 1 down, a runner on first base, Congdon, the left fielder, comes to the plate. And I've seen Congdon at shortstop, I've seen him at third base, and now today in left field. That is a first, so far at least for me, for Josh Congdon, who just really is a great athlete. Freshman from North Thurston High School out of Lacey, Washington, hitting .352, leading his team in batting average. He has 7 doubles, 13 RBIs, and obviously a renaissance man, can play any position you put him at. The first pitch swung on and missed. 0-1 the count with 1 out, and again Caleb Smith, the runner at first base. Cole Carter, the center fielder, on deck. Coach Ryan Gibson relaying signs for the third base coaching box. It's Quinn Hawksworth in the first base coaching box. Smith gets a jump off and will head down to second base on the pass ball, skipping under the glove of Jace Duty. Now in scoring position, Coach Gibson tells Congdon, hey, make that hurt too. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. LB looking to get on the scoreboard here, looking to make the pass ball hurt. And Congdon, a guy who can get the job done. Again, leading his team at batting average at .352. Awaiting the 1-1. Fassbender looks back the runner at second. Colin Runge, the second baseman, dancing around second. Time called. Congdon just calling time, and Fassbender not able to stop his delivery. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caleb Smith, the runner, on second. With 1 out. The pitch. Golfed over the head of the shortstop, Rocco Ferrari, heading down to third base. There will be a play, and Smith in safely to third on The one-out single from Josh Congdon over the jumping Rocco Ferrari. If he would have caught that, that would have been a beautiful catch. Instead, runners on the corners with one out for Cole Carter. The sun's still shining here at Linn Benton Community College, with Cole Carter coming to the plate with one out. He takes the signs from Coach Gibson at third. Runners on the corners and no score here in the bottom of the second. There's been cloud coverage all day as bunt shown and fouled up in the air and back off the backstop. 0-1 the count. Cloud coverage all day, and I've heard whispers of rain. My dad calling the game at Oregon State, as I was listening in between the first game and this game, was talking about the rain showers at Goss Stadium, just 15-20 miles away from here, and here, sunshine. We're thankful. The 0-1 misses down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, runners on the corners. Yesterday, unable to play the doubleheader, rescheduling to today. So the 1-1 is in the dirt and the runners don't go. Good stop by Jace Duty. After Wednesday and Thursday of this last week, both 80 degrees and above. Friday, the day we were supposed to play, the game got rained out. And that's as Oregon gets here in the Mid-Valley. The runners take the leads off of first and third. The 2-1 pitch inside. 3-1 now. Duty will head out and speak to Cordell Vassbender. We are thankful to play in whatever weather we can get that's playable, especially with a dirt field here. And here at Linn Benton Community College, a lot of support and a lot of funds have been raised to keep this field in tip-top shape. And I'm waiting for the day that a parent donates a large sum of money and we name the field after you, we get a turf field. And that would be the dream, to have a turf field. Not many do in the NWAC, and it makes it very difficult. Mount Hood can't even play at their home field, haven't played at their home field for over a year because they don't have a turf field. But it is just baseball in the Northwest, and we get by, and as you can tell by the #1 ranked Beavers for the past 6 weeks in a row, consensus #1, we get by well, baseball in the Northwest. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cole Carter. With 1 out, runners on the corners, no score, LBCC threatening here. The 3-2 from Vassbender is lifted high in the air to left field. Moving back towards the warning track and over is Brody Whitman. He makes the catch, and Smith comes in to score. The sacrifice fly is good from Carter.
Shortstop, number 11, Logan.
2 down, LBCC on the scoreboard now, here in the bottom of the second. 1-0. Roadrunners with Logan Meadows coming to the plate, and Josh Congdon, the runner, at first base. Meadows is hitting .085 this season. He's got 6 RBIs. He had 3 RBIs, and in the last game, drove in 3 runs, doubling that column. 6 RBIs, hitting .085. He's got 3 doubles. Actually, I should correct that now. He's got 4 doubles. That was a 3-run double in the last game for Meadows as he swings at the first pitch. 0-1 the count now with 2 outs. Congdon gets a lead off of first. That one down low. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. With 2 outs, Meadows looking to extend the inning. Hare takes a strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 on and 2 out. LB up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Vassbender gets the signs from Jace Duty, looks back the runner at first. The 1-2 this one on and missed for strike 3 and out number 3 to end the bottom of the second inning. LBCC picks up 1 run on 1 hit. We will head to the top of the third with LB up 1-0. Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball, taking on Chemeketa here at home. Top of the third inning, Junior Perez, the third baseman, stepping in to face Dante Glover, who issues first pitch strike. Glover struck out the side. 2 swinging strikeouts and a looking strikeout in the second. Here, an 0-2 count quickly on Perez. Perez, a new hitter in this ball game. We did not see him in the first game. He's a freshman from Churchill High School in Eugene. He's hitting .219 on the season. He's got 1 double, 1 home run, and 8 RBIs. 1-2 now on Junior Perez, with Austin Klein, the center fielder, on deck. That one misses outside, 2-2. Dante reading the signs from Jack Bauer behind the plate. That one sails up high, now a full count. While Dante has 4 strikeouts in the ball game through 2 innings, he also has issued a walk. 3-2 here to the leadoff batter in the top of the third, Junior Perez, with Austin Klein on deck, the bottom of the order. And a nice attempt there by Colton Costner. That would have been an impossible play had he made it. The ball drops in foul territory, however, and the count remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch from Glover misses. Strike 3 called. And I'm afraid I might agree with the fan here on our left, the Chemeketa fan. That did seem a little low and in. But we'll take it on the paint, the inside corner, for strikeout number 5. That one misses. 1-0 on Austin Klein, also a new player. Did not play in the first game, a sophomore from Union High School in Vancouver, Washington. The 1-0 misses again. 2-0 the count now, with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. LBCC leading 1-0, picking up 1 run in the last half inning. That one called a strike. 2-1 now on Austin Klein, who is hitting .179 this season. He's got a double and 3 RBIs, playing in only 18 games of the 37 that they have played. 3 balls, 1 strike to Austin Klein. Rocco Ferrari, the leadoff batter, on deck. Swing and a miss, and the count goes full. The 3-2 pitch, lined into center field. That's going to be playable for Cole Carter. He makes the catch for out number 2. Rocco Ferrari steps in
Number 5, shortstop,
Again, the sophomore from
Rocco
Thurston High School
Ferrari.
out of Springfield, Oregon. Rocco is third on his team in batting average at .324. He has 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. Takes the first pitch for a strike from Dante Glover. With 2 outs here in the top of the third, he takes the second pitch for a strike. And Glover feeling his oats today. 0-2 with 2 outs, top of the third. This one grounded to the right of Colton Costner. He dives and unable to make the play. And that would have been another nearly impossible play for Costner. Aboard first base with 2 outs is Rocco Ferrari, doing what he does best.
Duty.
That'll bring Jace Duty up. Duty walked in the first. Steps in here with a runner on first base and 2 outs. Ferrari has a big lead off of first. He has 11 stolen bases this season, being held on by Colton Costner. The wind picking up here, blowing in from right to left. First pitch to Duty misses, 1-0 the count, with Colin Runge on deck. The 1-2 is grounded to Colton Costner. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 3. Again, nothing across for Chemeketa in the top of the third inning. LBCC leads it 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third.
2.5.
Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball. Again, we play 7 innings in this second game. Bottom of the third inning. Alex O'Rourke leading off.
Alex O'Rourke.
O'Rourke did not play in the first game. He's a freshman from Pendleton, Oregon, out of Pendleton High School, the designated hitter today for Coach Ryan Gibson and Linn Benton Community College Roadrunners. He steps in with his team up 1-0. Bottom of the third, swings at the first pitch from Cordell Vassbender and misses 0-1 the count. O'Rourke is hitting .174 this season. He's got 2 doubles and 11 RBIs. He pokes this one right into the glove of Connor Gillum at first base for out number 1.
Number 5.
Top of the order now, Colton Costner. Costner, the first baseman, struck out in the first inning. He's hitting .309 on the season. 10 doubles, 2 triples, and 1 home run. He's got 13 RBIs in total. Final. The 0-1 is lifted in the air to left field, playable for shortstop Rocco Ferrari for quick out number 2. Jack Bauer now will step in with runners looking good thus far. We're here in the bottom of the third. Only one run has scored. There's been one hit apiece per team. Deal one is lifted in the air into left center field, and a great running catch by Austin Klein, the center fielder. That's the second time that Klein has made a great catch. He dove for a ball in the first, and that one on the run. Klein taking over in center field. It was Dylan Morgan in the first game, and I wonder actually if Morgan isn't feeling too well. He collided with their shortstop, Colin Runge. Runge stays in the game at second in the second game, but Dylan Morgan not playing. Regardless, nothing across for Linn Benton as we go to the top of the fourth. Chemeketa Storm coming up. LB up 1-0. LBCC leading 1-0 over the Chemeketa Storm. Colin Runge, the second baseman, leading off. I closed out the bottom of the third inning talking about Runge's collision with Dylan Morgan in the first game of this doubleheader. The 1-0 misses, 2-0 the count now, and Runge stays in the game. Morgan does not, and hopefully he is okay. I'm glad to see Runge in this second game. It was a hard collision. We could hear their heads hit together from all the way from where we are in the press box here. The 2-0 misses low and away. 3-0 the count now on Colin Runge, the 3-hole hitter, with Tommy Ahlstrom on deck. Leadoff walk issued. The second walk of the game issued by Dante Glover.
Thomas Ahlstrom.
And an interesting game. Glover has 5 strikeouts. Had 5 strikeouts through 3 innings, and here issues the second walk of the game. So 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, no runs on 1 hit through 3 for Chemeketa. Glover doing a good job, but here a leadoff walk, and Runge fast on the base paths, threatening. With Tommy Ahlstrom at the plate. Ahlstrom hitting .262. He has got 13 doubles, 31 RBIs, by far leading his team in that category. Connor Gillum has 25. Throw back to first, Runge gets back. Runge has 30 stolen bases, an unreal number in comparison to the rest of everyone that I'm looking at right now. The next highest is actually for Linn Benton with 17 in Colton Costner. Runge, however, just really can run. The highest on his team after him is Tommy Ahlstrom, the batter, who has 13 stolen bases. The runner goes, and the hit is going to drop into center field for a base hit. Runge's going to make it all the way to third, and a good piece of base running there. Runge was off with a pitch. Ahlstrom trots into first base, now with runners on the corners and nobody out. That's the second hit of the game, and it puts runners on the corners for Connor Gillum, the first baseman, who struck out in the second. Glover looked his best in the second. Struck out Connor Gillum. Colton Lovelace, and then Brody Whitman in order. Gillum now the batter with Lovelace on deck. Gillum is a sophomore from McKay High School out of Salem, Oregon. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Gillum's hitting .228. He's got, 8 doubles, 1 home run, and 25 RBIs. Again, that 25 is second on his team to Tommy Ahlstrom with 31. Glover looks back. Ahlstrom at first, being held on by Costner. BO1 is swung on and missed. 0-2 now. Nobody out, runners on the corners. LBCC up 1-0, top of the 4th inning. The tying run at third base in Colin Runge. The go-ahead run at first in Tommy Ahlstrom. Glover looks back, the runner at first, and comes to the plate. Strike 3 called. 2 strikeouts now on the line for Connor Gillum, and 6 strikeouts in total for Dante Glover. Here in the 4th, 1 down and runners on the corners. Colton Lovelace, the designated hitter, coming to the plate. Lovelace struck out swinging in the 2nd, shows bunt early here, and bunts it foul. 0-1 with 1 out. It seems that Glover thrives when he gets ahead of batters, like he did on Connor Gilman. Here an 0-1 count. Glover checks back Runge at Runge the runner at third, then looks over to first at Tommy Ahlstrom before throwing over to first. Ahlstrom gets back. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runners on the corners. Top of the 4th inning, LBCC up 1-0 over the Chemeketa Storm in the 2nd game of the doubleheader. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. 0-2 now for Dante Glover. The sun just creeping down into where it'll be a little bit difficult to see into our camera lens here at Linn Benton Community College. Can't complain though about the sun. We're very thankful to have that here in the Mid-Valley. The 0-2 pitch down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes now with runners on the corners. And 1 out. LB up 1-0. Colton Lovelace is the batter. Colin Runge the runner at third. Tommy Ahlstrom the runner at first. The 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3, the 2nd swinging strikeout on record for Colton Lovelace in this game thus far. 2 outs, Brody Whitman now the batter. So Connor Gilman struck out in the 2nd. He struck out for the first out of this 4th inning. Colton Lovelace struck out in the 2nd. He struck out for the 2nd out in the 4th inning. And now Brody Whitman, who struck out in the 2nd, is now at the plate with runners on the corners and 2 outs. LBCC up 1-0. Dante Glover on the mound looking to hold on to the 1-run lead. The first pitch is fouled back and out of play. 0-1 the count. Runge taking a lead off of third. Ahlstrom a lead off of first. 2 outs, an 0-1 count. The pitch, the runner goes, and a fake throw from Jack Bauer, trying to get Runge to come down the line from third. Ahlstrom picks up his 14th stolen base of the year. Again, that is second to Colin Runge's 30 stolen bases. Runge aboard third base right now. Ahlstrom at second. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A balk is called, and Colin Runge comes in to score to tie it up. Tommy Ahlstrom will move 90 feet as well to third base. And Coach Gibson's going to come out. And I did not see it. Coach Gibson will come out. He's fired about the ball. They're obviously frustrated. ball, the tie ball game now with Colin Runge coming in to score. Tommy Alstrom aboard third base. And a 1, umpire said 1 and 2, but I believe it's 1 and 1. 1 and 1, yes, 1 and 1's the count on Brody Whitman with a runner on third base, a tie ball game, 1-1, top of the fourth inning. Bunt shown, pulled back. 2 and 1 the count now on Brody Whitman, batting 195. He's got 3 doubles and 6 RBIs. He pops up the 2-1. Glover starts to walk off without even watching to see if Meadows makes the catch, frustrated in himself at the balk, which tied up the ball game. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and we're tied at 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th with LBCC coming up. Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball.
First up for the Red Raiders in the bottom of the 4th. 45, Damon Peters.
Damon Peters leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. We are tied at 1. LB went up 1-0 in the second, and in the top half of this 4th inning, Chemeketa scores 1 run. Brand new ball game, bottom of the 4th inning. Damon Peters leading off. He's the 3-hole hitter, followed by Caleb Smith, who's on deck. The first pitch on, fouled out of play. 0-1 the count. The pitch on the way from Vaspender falls in there for a strike. A nice pitch from Cordell Vaspender. Vaspender, sophomore from Skyview High School in Vancouver. The 0-2 is grounded towards the shortstop. Ferrari and lets it drop under his glove. Aboard first base, on first base with an error is Damon Peters. With nobody out, Smith steps in.
Number 6, Caleb Smith.
The last game was plagued with errors for this Chemeketa defense. They finished the game with 6 in total. And looking back at my scorecard from the first game, a lot of those came back to bite them and came back in the form of runs. LBCC won the first game 10-4. Here, a tie ball game. Smith, the batter, shows bunt, pulls back, takes a ball. Jace Duty behind the plate threatens to throw down towards Peters at first, being held on by Connor Gilham. But no throw. 1-0 the count for Caleb Smith with Tate Cowden on deck. Smith walked and scored a run in the second. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on, fouled back. A hit and run in order, and instead of foul ball. Heading back to first base is Damon Peters with a count of 1-1 on Caleb Smith. Smith is a sophomore from Crescent Valley High School just down the road. He's batting .340, second on his team in that category. 7 doubles, 1 home run, 25 RBIs. He shows bunt again with a 1-1 count and a runner on first. He lays one down and bounces straight towards the pitcher's mound, fielded by Vaspender, who throws to first for out number 1.
Number 8, Tate Cowden.
And that's good for a sacrifice to move the runner to second. 1 down, Tate Cowden now the batter. A runner in scoring position for Tate Cowden, the go-ahead run. A tied 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 4th inning. Peters, the runner at second. That one just misses to Cowden. 1-0 the count. Cowden does lead the team in RBIs with 26. He's hitting .269 on the season, has 7 doubles and 2 home runs. A chance to go up here with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Good block by Jace Duty. Probably sounding like a broken record on this one, but the foul territory here is immense, 60 feet almost, all the way to the backstop behind the plate, so a ball does get past the catcher. It's over if a runner is on the base path. 330 down the lines here, 375 to the alleys, 400 to dead center. Fassbender looks back, Peters at second. The 2-0 pitch is lifted in the air to left field. Tagging is Peters, and staying at second base with 2 outs now for Josh Congdon.
Up next, number 2, Josh Congdon.
Congdon, another great hitter on this club, hitting .352, leading the team in that category. He steps in with my scorecard showing the only hit of the game. Oh yeah, the only hit of the game is Josh Congdon. Chemeketa has 2 hits, LBCC with 1. A big breaking ball there, and a nice pitch from Cordell Fassbender. In there for a strike. Boy, that ball bends more than I've ever seen from a pitcher at this level. The 0-1 fastball down low. Ball 1. 1-1 with 2 outs. A runner at second base. And a tie ball game, 1-1. LBCC looking to drive in the run. Josh Congdon looking to be the hero with 2 outs. Fassbender looks back the runner, the 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1 the count now. And turning out to be a beautiful sunny day here, we covered our equipment with a tent here, thinking it would start raining. As the 2-1 misses down low, 3-1 now on Josh Congdon. No rain yet, and we'll knock on wood as we say that. But a beautiful day. We're here in the 4th inning playing 7, a tied ball game, 1-1. 3 balls and 1 strike on Josh Congdon, a big hitter for Linn Benton with a runner on second base, a chance to go up. Fassbender gets the signs from Jace Duty, looks back the runner at second, comes to the plate, 3-1. A ball, 5-pitch walk, Congdon takes his base. Now runners on first and second for Cole Carter.
Number 4, Cole Carter.
Carter has 4 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and 17 RBIs. There'll be a small meeting on the mound here. Surely just encouraging words. As looks like the assistant coach or head coach heading out to the mound there. Nathan Pratt, the head coach of Chemeketa. Dylan Keene, assistant coach. Blake Woosley, assistant coach, and student coach Kyle Springer. Blake Woosley, from the Woosley family, from all over the place here in Oregon. Good friends of mine going to St. Anne Christian, Ian and Abby Woosley, and Blake, their cousin, coaching here today. 2 outs, runners on first and second, tie ball game, 1-1, bottom of the 4th inning. Cole Carter calls time. Umpire calls time, and then as soon as he steps out, he says, here you go, get it back in the box. Fassbender looking back at second. The runner at second is Peters. The first pitch is fouled back and out of play. 0-1 the count with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Cole Carter hitting 168 on the season, looking to get the job done here. Instead, hits it high in the air to left field. Moving in is Brody Whitman, and we still have a tie ball game going to the bottom of the fourth. 1-1. Nothing across for Linn Benton in the inning. We will go to the bottom of the fourth, tied at 1. Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball. Leading off the top of the 5th inning, Junior Perez, the third baseman, stepping in to face Dante Glover. First pitch is fouled out of play, and I admire Colton Costner for every single time there is a foul ball, even remotely near the playing field, or even not even remotely near. Colton Costner has hustled and runs into the chain link fence there, attempting to make the catch in foul territory. 0-1 the count on Perez. At the bottom of the order here, he takes a ball low and in. 1-1 the count now on the third baseman. New in this ball game. He did not play in the first game and fouls back the 1-1 into the parking lot behind us. 1-2 now. Dante Glover has 7 strikeouts in 4 innings. That one misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Through 4, Chemeketa 1 run on 2 hits with 1 error. LB 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. The 2-2 sails outside. 3-2 now on Perez with Austin Klein, the center fielder, on deck. That one just low, and Junior takes the 3rd walk issued by Dante Glover and leads off here aboard first base with Austin Klein stepping in. Klein, the center fielder, steps in, hitting 179 in 18 games. He has 10 hits and 56 at-bats. 1 double and 3 RBIs. He catches the signs from his coach down the left field line in the third base coaching box before stepping back in. Bottom of the order here in Austin Klein, Rocco Ferrari on deck. Bunt shown and held for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 tie, top of the 5th inning. LBCC taking on Chemeketa in the second game of this doubleheader. So far, a pitcher's duel. Dante Glover for Linn Benton looking really good as the 1-1 is fouled back and out of play. 1-2 the count. 7 strikeouts through 4 innings, giving up only 1 hit and 1 run thus far. And Cordell Vassbender looking about the same. Only 1 run on 2 hits issued by Vaspender. 2 strikeouts, however, on the Chemeketa side of the diamond. The 1-1 is poked towards second base. A good play by Cowden to move all the way to his left. Moving the runner over to second base, however, is Austin Klein with out number 1. That'll bring top of the order Rocco Ferrari to the plate with Junior Perez in scoring position. Ferrari flew out in the first and singled in the third. He steps in here with the go-ahead run at second base in Junior Perez. Ferrari hitting .324. Breaking ball from Dante Glover misses. 1-0 the count with 1 out. Ferrari has 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 16 RBIs. The 1-0 is golfed down the left field line and foul, just foul. 1-2 the count now with 1 out. Scoreboard says 1-1, and that could be 1-1 on the long strike. That one misses low and away. Ball 2, 2-1 now. On Ferrari with Jace Duty, the catcher, on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike, a runner at second base with 1 out. A 1-1 tie, top of the 5th inning. Ferrari grounds it right back up the middle. Moving over to his right is Cowden, and he makes a great play this time to his right. Tate Cowden looking good in the 2-hole there. A play to his left that would have been difficult for anyone, and a nice play up the middle to his right to retire Rocco Ferrari. However, Junior Perez does move down 90 feet to third base for Jace Duty, who walked in the first and grounded out in the third. Duty's hitting .317. He's got 20 RBIs, 14 doubles, leading the team in that category. 1 triple and 2 home runs. He takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count on the catcher duty. Colin Runge, the second baseman, on deck. This one's poked foul, and again Colton Cosner with the impressive attempt. I'm yet to meet Colton Cosner, but I'd like to shake his hand and thank him for putting in the effort that he does there at first base. You see a lot of guys not taking it seriously, as Costner seems to. 1 ball and 1 strike, the pitch in. 2-1 the count now with 2 outs, and the go-ahead run at third base in Junior Perez. Jace Duty, the batter. The catcher swings at the 2-1. It's up in the air in right field. Caleb Smith moves over and makes the catch for out number 3. Stuck in a 1-1 tie, we go to the bottom of the bottom of the 5th. LBCC looking if they can't break Cordell Vaspender and break the 1-1 tie. Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball. LB coming up after this. Logan Meadows leads off the bottom of the 5th inning, locked in a 1-1 tie here. Linn Benton looking to get the better of Cordell Vaspender, who's been great through 4 innings. He's here in his 5th inning of work, who misses up high to Meadows. 1-0 the count. LB's dugout getting loud, looking for some energy to get the ball rolling here and break the 1-1 tie. LB scored first here in the bottom of the 2nd. Chemeketa came back in the 4th and scored a run of their own. But both pitchers have just been on point. That one in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Chemeketa with 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error. LB with 1 run on 1 hit. Swung on and miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With Alex O'Rourke on deck, that one misses. A full count now on Logan Meadows. Hitting .085 on the season, Meadows has 6 RBIs, and here strikes out for the 2nd time in the ball game. The 3rd strikeout of the game for Cordell Vaspender. With 1 down, Alex O'Rourke steps in. O'Rourke, the designated hitter, hitting .174, playing in just his 22nd game this season. O'Rourke has 2 doubles, 11 RBIs. Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball. We appreciate everyone watching and hoping to continue this broadcasting next year and maybe even taking games on the road. We know that would be convenient for a lot of people. That one in there for a strike. The count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning, locked in a 1-1 tie. That one misses and the count goes to 2-1. Alex O'Rourke, the batter. Top of the order, Colton Costner on deck. That one in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Two balls, 2 strikes, the pitch from Vaspender. Strike 3 called, back-to-back strikeouts. And Vaspender doubling his strikeouts already thus far. 4 strikeouts now. Top of the order, Colton Costner stepping in the right-handed batter's box. Costner's hitting .309. He's got 10 doubles, 2 triples, and 1 home run. He swings the first pitch and lifts it in the air to right field. Moving over is Tommy Alstrom. He makes the... Oh, he drops the ball! And heading to second base on just a shocking drop in right field. I was just in the middle of saying he makes the catch for out number 3, but instead, going to second base on the dropped pop-up, something you do not see every day, is Colton Costner. I had written F9 in my scorecard, and here, having to change that. Costner, the runner at at second base, in scoring position for Jack Bauer. Bauer, the catcher, hitting .229 this season. He's got 18 RBIs. A double and a triple. 3 doubles and a triple. He takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. The go-ahead run at second base in Jack Bauer on the error by Tommy Alstrom. That one's in. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike with the winds picking up here. Thankfully, I'm a little bit shielded by the press box and Blake standing up to the right here, running the camera. And the clouds moving in, making the camera a little bit easier to work with. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A runner at second base, locked in a 2-2 tie. LBCC taking on Chemeketa here at home. This is the second game of the doubleheader. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cordell Vaspender peering into his battery mate, Jace Duty, behind the plate, who sets up just outside. Breaking ball, the 2-1 misses. 3-1 the count now, with 2 outs. Bauer, the batter, and Damon Peters on deck. Jack flew out in the first and again in the third. A good hitter, though, with an opportunity here to put his team up. Time called, as Rocco Ferrari had ran back to second base behind the runner, Colton Costner. Vaspender looking back the whole time, faking a throwback. With a 3-1 count, the pitch on the way, roped foul towards the hitting cages to the right. A full count, 2 outs, a runner on second. He will go with the pitch. And a 1-1 tie. Jack Bauer looking to change that. Vaspender reading the signs from Jace Duty, who looks back at the runner. The payoff pitch misses low and in. Heading down to first base is Jack Bauer. So the runner is on first and second for Damon Peters. Peters, a good hitter, hitting .336 this season, 3rd in the team in batting average. He's got 7 doubles, 21 RBIs. That is second on the team, only to Tate Cowden with 26. A 1-1 tie here, and Peters looking to change that. The first pitch is strike, with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 5th, we play 7 in this second game of the doubleheader. Thanks again for tuning in. If you missed the first game, LB won 10-4. Vaspender looks back the runner at second and pumps a breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Even in an 0-2 hole, Coach Gibson encouraging Damon Peters, nobody better. The 0-2 swung on and lifted in the air to left field. It's going to be a long run for Brody Whitman in left. And that one's out of here. Damon Peters puts his team up with Colton Costner coming in to score, Jack Bauer coming in to score, and Damon Peters. The second home run of the day by a Roadrunner. And on an 0-2 count, Peters launches that one over the fence. I could tell the second it was hit, Whitman was going to have a hard time getting to it, and even harder as it goes over the fence. LB up 4-1 now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. On the three-run shot by Damon Peters, Spencer Desbeans had one in the first inning, a 2-run home run. In the first game, pardon me. And Cordell Vaspender throws this one over the head of Caleb Smith. LB's dugout getting on and building with the energy, getting on Cordell Vaspender. No doubt a little rattled on an 0-2 count, giving up a 3-run shot. LB up 4-1, bottom of the 5th inning. Caleb Smith, the batter, with nobody on. 2 outs, the 1-0 pitch from Vaspender. High and in, 2-0. And a game that had been in the gridlock. It had been close. 1-1 tie. And a lot of zeros on the board as well. Pitcher's duel is broken open here on one swing from Damon Peters. That one swung and missed. For Caleb Smith. He lifts the 2-1, foul and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. LB up 4-1. Here in the bottom of the 5th again. Big hit for Damon Peters. A big swing and a miss for Caleb Smith ends the inning. However, LBCC picks up 3 runs on One hit and an error. LB leads it 4-1, going to the top of the 6th. Thanks again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball. Colin Runge, the second baseman, leads off the top of the 6th inning. LBCC leading 4-1. He swings the first pitch and grounds it to the right of Tate Cowden, who fires across for out number 1. Cowden making a handful of good plays in this ballgame thus far. In the last inning, he had 2 that I thought he wasn't going to be able to make. A good player there in the 2-hole, and in the playing second is Tate Cowden. Tommy Ostrom, now the right fielder, will step in. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0 the count. Tommy flew out in the first and singled in the 4th. He dropped a pop-up, which should have been a routine pop-up in the game earlier in the last inning, and ended up coming back to bite the Chemeketa Storm. LB is scoring 3 runs in that inning on a home run by Damon Peters, which the inning should have been over on the pop-up to right field by Colton Costner. A walk issued here to Tommy Ostrom. With 1 out, a runner on first, and Connor Gilham, the batter. Connor struck out swinging in the second, struck out looking in the 4th. The guy on deck did the exact same thing in Colton Lovelace, the designated hitter. That one misses just outside. 1-0 the count. Tommy Ostrom, the runner at first base, has 14 stolen bases and was caught stealing twice this season. Once was earlier in the day in the first game. The 1-0 is lifted high in the air in foul territory, and the ball drops actually safe, but a play at second base, and Tommy Ostrom is out. That was about as close to being a foul ball as it could have been. Tommy Ostrom, who was thrown out at second, thought that it was going to be a foul ball, and it was a pop-up regardless, so had to stay near first base. 2 down. A runner on first. Connor Gilman, the batter. Connor Gilman aboard first base. Colton Lovelace, the batter. He pops this one up in foul territory. The wind moving around quite a bit, but Costner stays with it for out number 3. Nothing across for Chemeketa as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with LB leading 4-1. Again, we play 7 innings heading to the bottom of the 6th now. Against Chemeketa, LB up 4-1. The first pitch is swung on the ground at the shortstop. Rocco Ferrari, who throws out Tate Cowd in a 6-3 putout to start this bottom of the 6th inning, with LB leading 4-1 over Chemeketa Storm in the bottom of the 6th in the second game of this doubleheader, which LB won the first game and improved to 15-5. Chemeketa dropped and to 8-9 in league play. That one in there for a strike to Josh Congdon from Cordell Vaspender. The 0-1 misses down low. Here in his 6th inning of work, Vaspender, the 1-1 offering, is fouled high and out of play. One and 2 the count with 1 out. Josh Congdon the batter. He singled in the 2nd and walked in the 4th. Cole Carter on deck. The 1-2 in the dirt, knocked down by Jace Duty. 2-2. The temperature is dropping here at Linn Benton Community College, but a beautiful day, all things considered. And Linn Benton thinks a beautiful day to sweep the doubleheader. Up 4-1 here. Has a great catch by Colin Runge over his shoulder, and I didn't think he was going to be able to catch that. Good catch for out number 2.
Center fielder, number 4,
Cole Carter now will step in. Carter flew out to left in the 2nd and flew out to right in the 4th. Carter's hitting 168 on the season. The freshman from South Medford High School. Swings at the first pitch. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Or pardon me, 2 outs. Logan Meadows on deck. Bottom of the 6th inning. LBCC looking to close out the top of the 7th and get the 2nd game of the doubleheader. Looking to hold on to the lead and improve to 16-5 in league play. The 1-1 inside, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The sun peeking through the clouds here. The 2-1 pitch from Vaspender is grounded at the shortstop. Ferrari, who's up with it, and makes the play at 1. 3 up, 3 down. LBCC
no runs, no
coming up.
No one left.
Or pardon me, yeah, bottom of the 6th inning.
Linn Benton leading 4-1.
Top of the 7th inning coming up. LB looking to close it out, and Trevor Wells coming in on relief of Dante Glover. We'll tell you about Trevor in just a minute.
Now pitching for Linn Benton. up top of the 7th for the Storm.
Trevor Wells comes in on relief of Dante Glover. And Wells is the one-inning specialist, the freshman from West Linn High School, native of West Linn, Oregon, steps in and will face Brody Whitman, the left fielder, who struck out in the 2nd and flew out in the 4th. The first pitch misses outside as Whitman had shown bunt. The 1-0 is sliced through the middle for a base hit. Whitman leads off. LB leading 4-1. The game is far from over, as we're here in the top of the 7th, which is the final inning. But LB up by only 3. And both of these teams good hitting clubs. LB batting .258 as a ball club. LB batting .258 and Chemeketa batting .275. A runner on first base, nobody out. Junior Perez, the batter, he takes down low for the first pitch. 1-0 the count from Trevor Wells, who has no decision. He has 10 saves, however, and yet to give up a run. An ERA of 0.00 through 14 and a 3rd innings pitch in 13 appearances. 2-0 the count now on Brody Whitman, on Junior Perez. Costner runs out and talks to Trevor Wells, who came in on relief of Dante Glover, who went 6 innings, gave up 1 unearned run on 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 4 walks. So 7 strikeouts, the highlight there, and a good showing by Dante Glover. The 2-1 is another throw back to first, as Whitman dives back. Brody with 5 stolen bases as the 2-1 is sliced into left field. Back-to-back base hits with runners on first and second for Austin Klein here at the bottom of the lineup for Chemeketa.
Center fielder, number 15, Austin Klein.
Klein representing the tying run. Austin flew out in the 3rd and grounded out in the 5th. He comes in here with Brody Whitman, the runner, at second. Junior Perez aboard first base. Trevor Wells looking to hold on to this 4-1 lead here in the top of the 7th. That one misses outside.
Morgan, pinch running at first.
And we do have a pinch runner at first base. Taking over for Junior Perez, Linn Morgan, the freshman from Crater High School in Central Point. Linn Morgan was the center fielder of the first game. Small meeting on the mound as Coach Gibson goes out, and the entire infield meets, most likely just as a word of encouragement, as LBCC tries to close out the win here in the top of the 7th inning. Wells peers into Jack Bauer behind the plate, looks back the runner at second base, and comes an interesting play. The throw's going to be down to 3rd base. Getting up and going home is Brody Whitman. He comes in to score, and Coach Gibson is going to say that had to have been a foul ball. Oh, or talk about obstruction, with the batter in the way of Jack Bauer, and really was obstructing his ability to make a play. And the home plate umpire listens to Gibson's plea and will head out and speak to the base umpire. I'd have to go back and look to be sure, but it definitely was close, to say the least. Austin Klein bouncing it straight up and down what looked like it could have been a foul ball, and Gibson won't get the call he wants. The run scores and counts. Austin Klein is aboard first base. And Dylan Morgan, the runner at second. Brody Whitman had come in to score. 4-2 now, the score. And the go-ahead run now at the plate in Rocco Ferrari, the leadoff batter, who shows bunt and lays it down the third baseline foul. Owen won the count on Rocco Ferrari. He flew out in the first, singled in the third, and grounded out in the fifth. Ferrari has 4 doubles, bunts foul again, an 0-2 count now, with runners on first and second.
There you go, Rocco.
Ferrari has 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 16 RBIs. Again, representing the go-ahead run. LBCC leading 4-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. Trevor Wells giving up the first earned run ever. And here gets a strikeout on Rocco Ferrari.
Number 23, Jace Duty.
Alright, Jace, big hit right here.
Jace Duty now will step into the right-handed batter's box with 1 out, runners on first and second, again representing the go-ahead run. Duty walked in the first, grounded out in the third, and flew out in the fifth. Wells looks back the runner at second, and Jack Bauer does a good job of knocking it down. 1-0 the count to Jace Duty. Wells again reading the signs from Jack Bauer behind the plate. He comes set, the 1-0 fastball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. LB up by 2. Top of the 7th inning, 4-2 Roadrunners over the Storm. This is the final inning, and LB looking to hold on and win the second game of this doubleheader. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And that's definitely something Trevor has going for him. That fastball, I would have to get the velo, but there's a major difference there on the breaking ball and the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swung on and missed, and first base is occupied. The runner is out. The batter is out, and that's 2.
Number 11, Colin Runge.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Runners on first and second. Colin Runge, the batter. Now, Runge is the guy that Chemeketa wants to be up right now. Batting .445 on the season. Almost unheard of in college levels. 22 RBIs, 12 doubles. A beautiful pitch there from Trevor Wells. 0-1 the count on Runge, who struck out in the first, walked and scored a run in the fourth, and grounded out in the sixth. The 0-1 pitch from Wells. This is low and in. Ball 1. 1-0 on Runge with Tommy Ahlstrom on deck. Ahlstrom, another great hitter. Wells looks back the runner, the 1-1. In there for a strike. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Ahlstrom is a strike away from winning this second game of the doubleheader. Instead, the 1-2 is lifted in the air in left field. Moving over is Cole Carter to make the catch, and Linn Benton wins it 4-2. They win the first game 10-4, win the second one 4-2. LB improves to 16-5 overall. Chemeketa drops to 8-10. Oh, pardon me, 16-5 in conference. Chemeketa 8-10 in conference. LBCC still in first place in the South Division of the NWAC. Also leading, in the Coaches Poll in the from the 3rd of this month. LB was ranked 6th again in the NWAC. All 2018s, LB ranked 6th. Also in the Junior College Pacific Association's Division Baseball Poll, LBCC 23rd overall, and that takes in the Pacific Association Division, so that encompasses a lot of schools from Washington, California, and Oregon. So LBCC looking good on all categories here. They win both, taking both games from Chemeketa, and we'll be back here next weekend versus Edmonds at home, Friday and Saturday at 1 o'clock. Both games at LB. We look forward to bringing the call to you then. I will be a little bit late. I have class, so I will be late to the first game on Friday, but looking to get the call started around 2 o'clock on Friday. Thank you again for tuning in to LBCC Baseball. Again, LB wins them both. Thanks to Blake Vandal and Randy Falk and Coach Gibson for giving me this opportunity. Lydia Parker signing off.